Hello? Hello. Alright. So last time I did a ton of line art, but I think as a change of pace, I'm just gonna do some rendering today. I might be a little low energy just because I had some weird like stomach issues today. I don't know if it was food poisoning or what, but I'm still feeling a bit lightheaded and my chest feels light, but I don't know. I feel okay and I just want to get some work done, so I'm just gonna do my best. What's up, everyone? What's up, Brown Boil? Alright. I haven't really found a faster way to color, so I'm just gonna have to kinda go manually right now and just fill stuff in. Oh wait, what the heck? Why is there texture on this? Oh, I moved the other G pen. Okay. There we go. Appreciate that, massive fish. That's a pretty good name. Oh wait, I should probably change layers. Sorry if I'm not super chatty or anything. Maybe if I was feeling a bit less sick, I'd be more talkative. But I swear I'll be alright. You're doing something that demands attention? I guess so, but I don't know. I feel like I'm usually able to multitask pretty alright. You know what? I should have probably used the wand tool to select the interior lines now that or the inside of the lines. Oh well, I'll have to do it next frame. Don't worry, senpai, just being around you is enough for me, blush. Dustin Roberts, you sly dog. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. You're making me blush. You sound like you had a full 8 hours of quality sleep since yesterday's stream. I can't tell if you're joking or not. Um, Yeah, no, my sleep has been pretty awful almost this whole month. I just cannot get more than 6, 7, 5 hours of sleep every day. I want to say 6, 7, but really it's closer to like 5 hours of sleep every day. It's pretty bad. Uh, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm trying. There's really only so much I can do. I think I should definitely see a doctor though, because this has been going on for a while and it seems to be sticking around. All right. Oh, it's so laggy. This brush has just kills my computer. I don't know, it was so weird because I started the day feeling really hyper. I was I was running around and singing and then it was just this huge wave of exhaustion and stomach pain that hit me all at once. My body just fucks with me. It gaslights me. It makes me think I'm feeling okay and then bam, stabs me right in the back. Oh wait, shit, there must be a leak or something. Yeah, wait, I see it right here. Oh, this is killing my program. This is really weird. Wait, what the hell is going on? It was definitely not struggling this much last time. Yo, what's up, poop pop? You know, maybe it's because I have other stuff open. And I was also told to kill this preview, and that might help. Oh yeah, that seemed to help a lot. Oh shit. I'm getting insane lag. What the hell? My monitor just shut off for a second. I really don't know what's going on. Is that true? Is his name actually Egbert? This is almost unworkable. I'm really not sure why it's just dying. I was not having this problem last time. You know what, maybe I'll just color it in manually if it takes a lot longer. Yeah, I'm using CSP just for this. I've been meaning to get into TV Paint. The canvas resolution is so I can get this sort of effect. It was a bit laggy yesterday. It just wasn't this bad. There's this artist called Umezawa Michiko that draws every person drooling and with a single tear in their eye. I feel like I may have seen some of their art at some point. 'Cause that sounds familiar. Maybe there's just a lot of drooling artists out there. My dog just ripped my pinky finger clean off. Damn, dude. You might want to ask for that back. You should maybe put your dog down. That doesn't sound like a fixable issue. Oh, you know what? The hair is a different color, huh? You do crazy good faces, my Christ, the emotion. I don't know if a human's made this face before. I feel like it's impossible to have your eyes wide open while your eyebrows are down like that. But that's why art is kinda cool. Thank you, Nobo Gobo. I don't know if it's just the people on my channel or what, but I feel like there's a imbalance in weird usernames. I don't know. I never see this many strange usernames online, but I'm all for it. I wonder why it looks so different. Oh wait, I think I know why. I did some fuckery on the hair. No, I don't know. Looks like my strokes got a bit bigger. Weird. It's probably not that big of a deal though, honestly. You know what, maybe I just need to detail it more. No, it's the same brush. Oh, maybe I used a different anti-aliasing setting? Maybe? I don't know, I'm not really sure. Maybe it's just the color behind the hair. I think I figured it out. I added like an extra layer of brush strokes that I forgot about. Why is this lagging so much all of a sudden? Maybe it's the opacity? No? What did I even change? Very weird. Oh well. It really did just seem to come out of nowhere again. I don't know. Alright, there we go. It's a little better now. Sometimes I forget you're real. Please do not stop being real. How do you know that I'm real? How do you know that any of this is real? Yeah, I just keep getting these strange spikes of lag. I don't know what is causing it, but it goes away every now and then. Please yap more. Uh, I could try. I don't know, my brain is just running a bit on empty. As an artist, have you ever had to deny commissions to uphold your moral integrity? Yes. Yeah, I don't know, I've gotten some strange requests. I think I got one that was political or something, and I just didn't want to do that. And other than that, it's just like, I don't know, some people are just kind of creepy in DMs. They just come off like they don't really know how to talk the right way. I just remember there was one guy who just kept asking me my like sexual opinions on characters, and I didn't even know how to respond. It just felt really uncomfortable. Like I was just there for a commission, but he would not stop asking me about my own opinions on things. I don't know. That was a bit strange. What do I think attracted these sickos to me? Probably my cartoons or my art. I feel like that's a pretty simple answer. I think a lot of people just assume what I'm like as a person from my cartoons. They just assume I'm like really edgy and I like getting weird DMs and that it'll make me more interested, but it really just, I don't know, it just kind of bothers me. I just wish people would treat me normally. If you're gonna message me, you don't have to make jokes or anything right off the bat. It just kind of makes the whole conversation feel a little awkward. Unless Yeah, I hope so too. He seemed really. I almost don't want to say too much, but honestly, if he's that creepy of a guy, maybe it doesn't matter. But yeah, he's just seemed obsessed with Child Link or something on his Twitter. Oh my god, these spikes of lag are driving me crazy. I just wish I knew what was causing that. It's it's just getting worse. What the hell? Okay. See, now it's fine. It just seems so sudden and out of nowhere. I think on any other day I would be raging and screaming at my screen, but I'm just so unbelievably drained that I can't feel any emotion really. You know what, maybe it's a memory issue. Actually, it could totally be a memory issue. Let me see. Because I had this sort of thing happen in the past. No, it does not seem like it. This is okay, I'm actually gonna get angry now. The rage is overcoming my exhaustion. I just don't understand how it goes from working perfectly fine yesterday to being almost unusable. I don't have anything open at all. Magi, do you have any wisdom on how you finish a project? I haven't finished a single fucking animatic in over 5 years, and it makes me feel empty. I get inspiration, I start, I slowly stop, repeat. I really think just setting goals for yourself every day. Just think I want to get to this point today, and even if you don't hit it, you know, maybe you'll hit it tomorrow. Just think to yourself, I want to be done with this by this month. That helps me a lot, and even if I never actually finish things, at least I'm halfway or 75% of the way there. It says I have an excellent connection. I don't think it's my internet or anything. It seems like a CPU thing. You know what, maybe if I close this file, it'll work a little better. No. Alright, well, it's working now. Maybe that was all it was. Nope, never mind. I'm gonna scream. Oh my god, stop freezing. I'm losing my fucking mind. When I'm really tired, I just get irrationally angry. I turn into a monster sometimes. Except this isn't irrational. I have every right to be mad. Hello, bungle of the dust. I think closing that other window really did help, though it seems to be running so much faster. I need to stop saying that, because I know it's just gonna break again any second now. What artists do you look at that inspire your wardrobe designs? I'm not sure what you mean by wardrobe designs. If you just mean like outfits, I'll just kind of browse stuff on Pinterest, or I'll see art on Twitter and I'll just bookmark it and kind of save it for later. But for this character, I just kind of wanted to make something that looked slightly inspired by a band outfit or something, like a marching band, but I wanted it to be more of an aquatic sort of suit looking thing. I actually haven't really been getting AI art on Pinterest. I don't know why. I heard that that's a problem, but almost all of my Pinterest is still real art. That could be it too. Yeah, I do save a lot of niche art, so maybe it just knows to find stuff from similar sources. If I just stop drawing for a while, it's just the program freezing. I really don't know how to fix it. It might just be an OBS thing. Maybe I set stuff up differently, or I don't know. I'll have to mess with it next time. Some of these colors are a bit different. Yeah, I love Mother 3's OST. Hey Post Boy, how's it going? Dude, Post Boy, the game that you made a trailer for, it looks amazing. The renders in it remind me a lot of Moon RPG Remix. It's so cool looking. If I fought a gorilla, do I think I would win? I get to pick the arena. Couldn't I just pick a bunch of platforms over lava that can only handle so much weight? Where can I actually set up the arena myself? I would just rig it against the gorilla. Oh my god, the freezing is just so unbearable. I haven't been able to do anything for a whole minute almost. You know what? I should probably just disable some layers. That'll probably fix everything, honestly. Yeah, oh my god, it's so much better now. Oh yeah, I would just pick a ocean arena or something. Alright, nope. I think the program just crashed. God damn it. You know what, I should just reopen it and see if that'll fix things. Honestly. Okay, it didn't crash, but yeah, I'm just gonna reopen everything and see if that helps at all. It's just getting worse and worse. Oh, hey, Gurchin VG. I recognize you. Yeah, my canvas is huge, but I was streaming yesterday with almost no issue at all. Alright, we'll see how much better it is now. Oh hey, it's the masked man. Man, everyone is just pulling through today. Alright. For some reason these colors are not matching, even when I pick them exactly. I'm almost contemplating maybe just scaling down the canvas permanently just to see if that'll help things. It's just gonna take forever. And then I kind of can't go back once I do that, so maybe I'll make a backup. This is, oh man, this is so frustrating. It's like I set everything up and then I just have so many issues. Alright, we're in a period where I can actually touch my screen. How long will it last? 5 seconds, 30? Maybe I'm not working fast enough. Nope, okay. Ah! Oh my god. My first mental breakdown live. It's just getting worse and worse. Like, at least before, I would be able to draw for 5 minutes with no issue, but now it's just constant. I'll press anything and it just breaks. You know, what else can I do to optimize this? Let me think. I could disable... I guess I could disable every other frame. Let me see. Maybe that's causing issues. No, I don't know. Okay. But I thought maybe it's Chrome lagging everything, but I'm checking and it's not taking up any memory. I have nothing else open. Okay, for fuck's sake. Could be background Discord overlay. No, Discord's closed completely. I'm hitting like peak viewership right now while nothing's fucking working. Okay. Something is happening. It's working so much better all of a sudden. I can't even identify what could possibly be lagging my computer. It could just be the file size is becoming so massive and maybe Clip Studio isn't built for this, but I just think of people who make full-on cartoons in Clip Studio with audio and stuff. This is only 18 frames. I feel like this should not be happening. Oh, thank you for $10, Massman. How much better would the process be if these softwares weren't dysfunctional? Oh, it'd be fine. I was ready to just have a relaxing coloring stream where I just kind of mindlessly fill things in. I didn't expect to have so many issues. I tried turning down the bitrate on OBS. That might help because my guess is these white and black lines are destroying my stream. It's possible, because last time I just had, you know, no line, no colors or anything. I think it might just be the bitrate destroying things. I should just try working a bit zoomed out. That might help a lot, honestly. Alright, I'm just gonna call this frame done so I can move on to something else. Okay. Yeah, I do think streaming is not helping, but I'm actually convinced it was my bitrate settings. I had it set to 6,000 and I just turned it down a bit and now it's working pretty alright for now. It also kind of makes sense for things getting worse as I was going, because it didn't seem to be having any issues until I did the hair, and then that was when everything got bad. Yeah, I really wish, I mean, maybe Clip Studio does have something like that where you can just view things in a lower resolution. That would be great, but I don't know if that's a thing or not. I already have it in prefer speed here, so... Any ideas on your next vid after this? Yeah, I have a few ideas. I was either gonna do something for Grading Simulator again, or I have a couple of other scripts I've written that I haven't done anything with yet. I have 2 full cartoon audios done, I just haven't storyboarded anything. Yeah, I've gotten a bit of fan art. Alright, I'm glad I at least identified what was causing issues. It's just the hair being way too complex for YouTube bitrate, and I think, or maybe even just OBS, so it's just lagging the shit out of Clip Studio. Yeah, this is not optimal at all. I just really wanted to have I wanted a really textured sort of look. I've never done anything like this before. I kind of knew it would be grueling. So I just hope as I go I can find ways to speed things up. I should probably be using the selection tool way more to fill in color, but sometimes it just feels more optimal to perfect my pressure and just try and get things in between the lines. I definitely think I want to return to Toon Boom after this for a bit though. I just need to feel safe again. Are there any specific animators you're really inspired by? Let me think. I'm really inspired by Satoshi Kon. I wouldn't say I really am influenced by his movement or anything, but just seeing the way he draws characters with detailed faces, and he's just really good at making expressions that look more realistic and but still really expressive and detailed. I've always liked his work. What else? I think stylistically I was inspired a lot by an artist on Twitter called Sir Sketchy. He kind of, just seeing his drawings made me want to detail my characters the same way. And he just poses characters so expressively. And I'm pretty sure he's an animator too. He worked on JJK or something. I just really like animators who can keep really detailed and complex characters looking solid and three-dimensional. I'm kind of trying to work on making my animations less stiff as of late. I feel like some of my stuff has been getting a bit just boring animation-wise. It's too minimalistic. I want to go back to exaggerating things more. Oh, thank you, Balder the Impious for $10. Love the way you draw facial expressions. Thank you, dude. Does your heart grow three times the size and get all warm and fuzzy knowing you've inspired others to animate? Yeah, definitely. Someone told me they started animating because of me once, and that kind of blew my mind. I don't think anyone's ever said that to me before. I'm still amazed that even, you know, this many people are showing up to watch me do kind of just boring color work. You know, you're staring at the same frame for half an hour almost. But if you psychos are willing to watch it, I mean, why not? I'll put it on. I think in general, I just want to animate longer sequences too. I feel like too many of my cartoons are characters just talking to each other and then maybe a tiny bit of action, maybe. I can't say anything I've made is really actiony though. And I know I'm capable of it. When I first started animating, I was doing like so many actiony stuff. It just looked horrible, so I never posted it anywhere. So much actiony stuff, I should say. Yeah. Yeah, the breakdown was a bit much. But I think my brain is stabilizing now. I would say harmony is a lot more intuitive. I feel like I was really struggling with learning animation till I moved to Toon Boom, and it just felt like a program that clicked with me immediately. What was the inspo behind tumor treatment? It's actually, I like it, the backstory a lot. It was just, I was just having a conversation with a friend on what cartoon I should make next, and we were just, actually no, I don't even think we were talking about making a cartoon. I think we were just talking about Mario 64 or something unrelated. And then he just came up with the idea of someone going in for PTSD treatment or something, and then the doctor just puts him into Mario 64 and fucks with his face. And I just thought that was a really, I don't know, I've never seen anyone animate that before, and I thought it would be fun, so I went for it. Getting comfy with animating easy stuff feels constricting. Yeah, definitely. In college, I was animating crazy, like 50 frame long breakdancing sequences and stuff that I just never finished. I just feel like I've never really gotten to show that I can actually animate action at all. It's usually just because of time though. I just think this is gonna take too long, so I'll have to come up with a way to work around it, or I'll just limit my animation to this many frames or whatever per movement. I think it's also just the scripts of my cartoons, you know, it's just, as I've grown up, I've realized that you can write things a lot more entertaining and actually have real dialogue and movement and stories and stuff, and that's kind of what I want to work towards now. Maybe moving away from more shitposty stuff for a while. Thanks for making Grading Simulator. You made me realize how much of a pathetic worm I am for being a nerd and hitting on any cashier. Your game held up a mirror and I saw it was worse than horror. What the fuck? Did you ever have success with hitting on cashiers? Or did they just scream and run away? Have I done pixel animation? Yeah, yeah, I've done a bit forever ago. Actually, pixel art is kind of how I started drawing, I guess, before I ever considered myself an artist. I was making Binding of Isaac mods and Gary's mod maps. And then I made some Newgrounds mock-up fighting game thing a couple years ago. But I would say pixel art and pixel animation is almost exactly the same if you already know how to draw. It's just kind of having to adapt everything into a more painterly style, because you're pretty much just using pixels to create value. I think it's super fun though, because you can just kind of drag around pixels easier and then replace them and create different poses really minimally. Alright, yeah. The trying to do the hair might be a bit difficult. I think the lag is just too bad right now, so I might just save it for off stream. I don't know, I just don't want to risk the breakdown I had earlier again. That's a shame though. It really is fun. It's like it's so satisfying to lay down the hair. Uh I just wish it wasn't so laggy and broken. Sometimes I stare at a cashier until she screams and pepper sprays me. It's the only thing that makes me feel alive anymore. I just had to bring pepper spray recently. Me and my sister took me to buy a computer from someone off Craigslist, and she made me hold pepper spray in case anything went wrong. And they ended up being the nicest people ever. And we talked outside for almost 2 hours to just complete strangers. Oh, thank you, Dank Coon, for $20. Bagel bites or pizza rolls? Please answer in 500 words or less. I have to focus on my word count. Okay. I I think this is pretty easy. Pizza rolls. I've never had bagel bites before. My only complaint with pizza rolls is they're always extremely hot and take forever to cool down on the inside. I agree. The world does need more brown boils. The world is too safe. You know what? Let me look up what bagel bites look like. Maybe I'll change my mind just from looking at them. Oh, you know what? I feel like I had these when I was in preschool. They would give them out during lunch sometimes. But I just thought of them as mini pizzas or something. I don't think I actually knew what they were. But yeah, that was so long ago. I think bagel bites then. I'm changing my answer. It just looks so much more appealing. Pizza rolls, it's just eating tomato sauce in bread. It just tastes like pure sauce. I don't know. I've never been a big fan of pizza rolls or anything like that. Imagine if every counted as a word. I probably do stutter a lot. I gotta work on that. I would just blame my bad sleep on that. I think it's causing delays in my brain working. Bagel bites make me feel horrible. I think Lunchables are higher quality. I disagree. I can't stand Lunchables. Even when I was a kid, it just felt like eating fake food. It just felt like eating matter for lunch at school. I think I would just not even eat my Lunchables most of the time and throw it away and then just starve. Because I preferred that over eating Lunchables. I would get turkey sandwiches almost every single day in middle school. And I think that was probably the most, I don't know. I just remember being pretty miserable about that. Uh, I think you can make a good turkey sandwich. It was just very bland. As soon as I flip to the frame with hair, everything freezes. I really think that's my sign to just avoid it completely and just not zoom in as much. Crustables. I never liked Crustables that much. I think there's too much crust. That was my issue with it. Mom's homemade turkey sandwich sitting in my lunchbox for 6 hours just hits different. See, I could never eat it because it would just be completely flattened in tinfoil and it would just be wet by the time I'm ready to eat it. My program's freezing again. My brain is shutting down. Hi from Argentina. Hi, Argentina. You know what? Let me just disable the texture layers so it stops freezing. What are things you do to recharge your creative juices? You know what? Honestly, that would be a great that's a great question that I have too, 'cause as of late I'm just really exhausted. I'm feeling kind of creative lately, but just my sleep quality really has just been so bad that it makes it hard to, wake up and just grind things out. But I don't know, I just work through it. Going outside, that definitely helps a lot. You know, James Lee, he made an amazing video on creativity. It's one of my favorite videos ever. And yeah, there's a great punchline at the end and everything. It's so well edited and produced. You ever just play the animation and see which parts you're proud of? Um, I don't know. I guess I don't necessarily feel proud, but I'll replay things a lot to make sure everything looks the right way. I almost never really rewatch my old videos because it just gets to a point where, you worked on it for thousands of hours sometimes, and by the time it's out, it's almost just noise. And I don't disable the audio as I work in Toon Boom either, so that definitely doesn't help. Where I've just heard it so much, it is just kind of noise. I even have to show a lot of my cartoons to friends just to make sure the timing still feels okay. Uh, yeah, I just start adjusting things so much to the point where I don't even know if the timing is right in the voice lines or whatever. I played I played the Dragon Quest on the Switch. I think it was Dragon Quest 10. Whichever one had a demo out, I played through the demo. It was super long. Have you watched City the Animation? It's airing this season on Amazon Prime. I have not. City the Animation. Oh, this looks super cute. I'm pretty sure I saw clips of this on Twitter. Yeah, no, the art style looks great. I don't really see anime do different art styles like that, so it is pretty cool. All right, look, I'm learning how to make this take less time finally. Have you read Kagurabachi? I have not. I haven't I'm one of the most, people tell me, have you read this or watched this? And it's probably extremely popular, but a lot of the time I just have not heard of it. Especially with anime and manga, I'm really underread and underwatched. There's so much stuff I haven't seen. Favorite Newgrounds cartoon? That's so hard. I don't even know if I can answer that. Let me think. I like anything by Bassett Films. Hard Trip and Oatly is extremely funny to me. Favorite Daily Motion video? Breaking Bad episode 1. I don't know. TV shows that I've watched on Daily Motion. I don't really watch stuff on Daily Motion unless I'm trying to watch a TV show I didn't pay for. Every single key on my keyboard is rubbed off, so I can't see exactly what I'm pressing sometimes. Where the fuck is the lasso tool? Oh, there we go. I was on the wrong sub tool. Oh, hi PK, what's up? Um, what do I think of Toho Project? I've never played a Toho game except for some strange fan-made Toho thing on Android phones that I downloaded because I thought maybe getting into bullet hells would be fun while I have time to waste. But I do like some bullet hell type things. I got super into the Vampire Survivor sort of new genre that came out. Pika Dreams really gives me a great bullet hell vibe. That's a really great game. What do I think of James Lee animation? I think he's super cool. I just recommended his creativity video. As I would recommend any creative watch that video, honestly. I've really never seen a video that tackles that topic so well. I don't know, there's not many videos that get that specific, especially because he's an artist slash animator. It was just extremely relatable. Do you do anything besides draw and animate? Sometimes. Sometimes I play The Binding of Isaac. Uh, what else do I do? I guess I'll watch shows every now and then. But really, like this whole month, I've pretty much just been working on stuff. Either music or just this project. What do I think of the Swift file format? It's fine. It works for what it is. I don't know. Do you animate in silence? No, I usually have music on or podcasts. I've been listening to the Bad Friends podcast with Bobby Lee, and I do think they're very funny. That's been my, that's pretty much what I have on in the background as of late. Clip Studio Paint, okay, he's crazy. Joel, I listened to your breakcore album, Joel, and it's really good stuff. I think you have a lot of talent for making music. Can you export the videos you make as SWIFTs, or does your animation software not support that? I usually work in Toon Boom, so I just export as MP4s, or actually no, I export as MOVs because Toon Boom was made for Apple computers, so you have to download QuickTime or something to export properly. It's kind of annoying. And then sometimes Premiere won't even read the colors properly. There's this setting called millions of colors you have to activate in Toon Boom to actually have your colors be accurate. Otherwise, they just come out desaturated and tinted towards yellow for some reason. It's just like that by default. I don't know how it hasn't been fixed yet. Glad you're finally making more grading sim. This isn't for grading sim, but yeah, I'll definitely make something else for it at some point. I've just been meaning to redesign Meshi and my characters for a while. I'm not too happy with how they look, so I kind of wanted to have a in-universe explanation for why they're gonna look different in the next episode. Did you love during older NG days when people would have menus and preloaders for their cartoons? I do think that stuff is really charming. How's the food poisoning treating you? It's pretty much subsided. I feel pretty much normal now. Just low energy from sleep and stuff. Uh, I wanted to play music in the background. I had the Mother 3 OST going earlier, but last time I had music playing, I got like 15 copyright claims all at the same time. So I think I just need to be more careful about the music I choose for stream. I thought I chose a bunch of stuff that wouldn't get flagged, but I was very wrong. And it takes like 1 hour for each song to be deleted, and it destroys the audio and kills my chat replay. So yeah, I just need to find game soundtracks or something I could play instead. Yeah, I would see people playing music on Twitch all the time, so I didn't really think much about it. But I guess on YouTube there's just tons of copyrighted music in their system, which fair enough, I guess. You know, it's their property, the musicians and stuff. But honestly, I'm sure everyone watching has their own playlist or something they could throw on. So maybe that's your excuse. You can listen to your own stuff today. Do you license your own music? I don't even know how to. I just upload through DistroKid. Like everyone, I don't know, almost everyone I know just told me to use DistroKid. I just assumed by default once you upload stuff to streaming services that would copyright your music or something automatically, but maybe not. Alright, yeah, I cannot do hair. It's just too laggy. I give up on that. Some of these frames are really ugly, but I think in motion it'll look alright. Who's my favorite painter? Mm, I don't know if I have one. I think I just save so much stuff on Pinterest and sort of reference that if I'm illustrating something. I don't know. I've never really thought about it. I'm using the Don Dory brush. I found it on the Clip Studio store. I just wanted to find something that had like 5 lines connected together to get the sort of crazy detailed hair effect. Trying to finish this space-time animation by August 10th. Yeah, I think this will be out by then. Have you seen those people that sample audio and they immediately start copyright striking people because the content that doesn't belong to them is flagged as being part of their song? I've never heard of that, but that's so stupid. Like the audio isn't even theirs, but because they sampled it, they can do that, really? I would just assume the original sample could take them down. Did you sample your own voice in any of the tracks on Grading Sim? Yeah, I'm pretty sure most of the tracks have my voice in them. Anything that sounds like a male voice is my voice. Is it working now, guys? It's working slightly better, for sure. I just can't work on hair or anything right now, 'cause it's too laggy. If a big studio gave you a ton of money to make a feature-length feature film with complete creative freedom, what would you make? I've never even considered that possibility. I feel I would just have to write something from scratch, I think. Do you have any favorite artist on any platform? I personally like Meat Canyon's work. On Twitter, my favorite artist is Sir Sketchy. He just makes such amazing anime style drawings that are super expressive and dynamic. Super inspired by him. On YouTube and Newgrounds, definitely Speedoru. He's always getting up to some amazing stuff. I love his parodies. They're just always funny. And yeah, his original series is amazing as well. Would you play toys with me? Yeah, of course. What were your guys' favorite toys as kids? I liked playing with Go Diego Go sets. There was some zipline Go Diego Go thing that I played with a shit ton. Bootleg Legos, skeleton soldiers, and any toy that was a dragon. A recorder that I played with as a kid, I tried playing it a few years ago and it was filled with black mold. That's so fucking disgusting. I just remember them always being full of saliva. I stepped on both of my, I had two recorders from elementary school and I stepped on both of them and snapped them in half on two separate occasions. What's with the Meshi cosplay items on Twitter? That's a cosplay my girlfriend commissioned from someone in Ukraine, and I think it turned out pretty sick. I would play with a ton of stuffed animals and just create stories with them. I would have names for every single one. Almost all of them were cat stuffed toys. This conversation is making me remember twisted things I would do as a kid. What is the Italian sounding track at the beginning of Grading Sim? That's a Japanese scat album by a group called Picombo. I honestly, it was actually just meant to be a placeholder. I had a bunch of placeholder music in the audio of Grading Sim before I made the soundtrack, but it really just fit so well. I couldn't, I don't know, I couldn't bring myself to take it out. But I think in the future I want most of my projects to have completely original music unless I'm collaborating with someone. Can I link the exact song? I'll just I'll just type in the name in the chat. Hold up. It's just straight up called Picombo by Picombo. I'm pretty sure it's the second song on that EP. There's only 4 songs, so you shouldn't have to look too long. The girl is called Siren Mermaid Serena or something. What? No, just Serena. I don't know where Siren Mermaid came from. That's a cool video game boss title though. When is Meshi's dating sim coming out? Uh, I don't know. I really did have a lot of thoughts about turning into an actual game, but at least for 2D animation, making that many original animations in that style would just take so unbelievably long to have a full story and everything. I feel like I could get a demo out after a whole year of working on it or something, and even that, it's just gonna be so much work. I think if I were to ever do it, I would want some sort of 3D help or something to just make it a little easier. I do think it's a great idea, and I'm almost horrified that I've put grading sim out there in the open, that some other person is gonna take my idea and kind of do something else with it. Just the idea of having a microphone controlled dating sim game. I feel like it's such a good idea, but I just don't have the resources to make it happen right now. I would let you help me, Tyro. Uh, in my head, I pictured it as having a full story. I really kind of pictured it to be something like Seaman on the Dreamcast, where there's tons of dialogue trees you can kind of go through, but it all leads to the same sort of endings, or maybe there could be different endings depending on what you say, or there could be secret phrases or something. The other issue with that is just, the whole joke of grading simulator is that the voice detection just sucks. Like, she can't really understand what he's actually saying, or at least that was my intention. Because voice detection isn't that great. I think nowadays it would probably be all right, because there's AI voice detection and shit that can be super accurate. So maybe it wouldn't be too bad. But I still just imagine it being extremely frustrating for people. Like, they're trying to get an event to happen and they just can't get it to register. That would be something to really, that would just be a struggle to get over. Also, just having to think of the infinite amount of things you could say to one character, and having to come up with original voice lines for almost any phrase or whatever, that would be, it would just be so much work. And just knowing myself, I would really want to perfect it and have like, I don't know. In my brain, I would want thousands of original animations just so it doesn't get boring super fast. If my peanut brain could fathom how to code that, I would hella be willing to help out. I mean, that would be great, man. I would love to work with you on something. Uh, yeah, I'd just love to collaborate in general. I think my biggest issue would just be feeling, you know, guilt for getting help for free or, yeah, I don't know, just taking people's time on my own project. I was thinking of introducing a bunch of Meshi's family members. Maybe she has sisters or something. Maybe there could be different characters you can talk to too. Yeah, I don't know. I still, if people offer to help me, I usually say yes, just because I will take almost anything. You can definitely voice Meshi's dog. I don't feel like Meshi would have a dog though. She'd have some sort of familiar or something, some weird fantasy creature. Uh, AI Meshi would go hard, but it would be hard to explain to my GF I now have a new lover. I would never make it like an actual AI that just responds to you. It would definitely just be like a shit ton of voice lines that were recorded by the voice for Meshi, Hugo C. I just feel like yeah, I would just not trust an AI to actually have any personality at all. Every single character AI I've ever seen just boils down to the exact same personality at the end of the day. Like if you just tell them that you're gonna kill them or whatever, they're all just gonna react the exact same way at a certain point. How do you think AI girlfriends will impact society? Probably very negatively, if I had to guess. I don't think that's healthy. I don't blame people though for using shit like Chat GPT as their therapist. Like it honestly doesn't give bad advice, really. It'll just say like seek the help of a professional or give you actual advice on how to improve your life. But I don't think you should be dating a text system AI because it will just lie to you and make you think it's real or whatever at a certain point, and that's just scary. When do you think Windows 12 will come out? I don't know. ChatGPT told me to get behind the wheel after I had a few beers. It's awesome. See, but ChatGPT, it can't give good advice like that. It would just tell you be absolutely safe. It is not recommended and blah blah blah. It's like shut up. What do you know? You think psychedelic drugs should be legalized? Probably not in the same way that marijuana is legalized. Maybe just to treat people who it could actually help. I think that would be fine. Just considering the fact that you know, a lot of those can activate actual psychosis for certain people, I just think that's a bit dangerous, but I don't know. I'm not read up on it. I'm not authorized to answer that. I should be allowed to give really dangerous psychedelic drugs to people I don't like. I kind of agree. I feel like there's so many people in the world I would just want. I would just, you know, just crazy politicians and shit. It's just like put them on some crazy shit. See if maybe they have an epiphany or something. I don't know. I would wonder like how would this change this person? I almost wish there was a death note, but with psychological drugs or psychedelic drugs. My brain's not functioning. The possibility of AI creating a video of anyone melting into a pile of goo is getting dangerously close. That's not close, man. That's already a thing. That's been a thing for months. Most of the time they're already doing crazy shit, honestly. Yeah, but it's probably like crack or something or meth. It's usually not psychedelics. meet and greet where I drug all my fans. The the Fent flop is fucking scary, man. I don't know. Just go to Little Tokyo in Los Angeles and you will see some weird fucking people, some weird creatures. This one time I was in Little Tokyo, there was this old Asian man just like his neck was bent. I don't know why I had to point out he's Asian, but I don't know. It's Little Tokyo. Like his neck was so bent towards the ground, like like straight up like 180 degrees, staring straight down at the ground, just slumping forward while dragging a crate of bottles behind him, taking one step every 5 seconds. It just straight up looked like an enemy out of Resident Evil or something. Oh yeah, and me and my girlfriend were just kind of exploring the LA area during the 4th of July trying to find somewhere to eat. And we stumbled upon Little Tokyo by complete accident. I just drove to a restaurant nearby and we were just waiting in line for a sushi restaurant and this guy he was walking in front of us. He walked up to the waiter or whatever and he just started mumbling just complete nonsense. And the waiter's expression was just so dead. Like he was just responding as if he was saying anything at all. And then when he finally realized, oh, this guy is just crazy. He was just going, from what I remember, he was just going like, I don't know, and and it's just like, yeah, what do you want a table? I don't buy. It was just so strange. And then he just walked away, and that was it. It was a successful interaction. He got what he needed out of that. And then there's one time I was walking around Little Tokyo with Cadaver NG from Newgrounds, and this guy stopped us. I don't know why Caddy did this, but the guy just asked for a cigarette, and Caddy just happened to have one. Uh, and then he just stopped us, starts asking for money, says he's a cancer patient, and just making up a complete lie of a story. He made us shake his hand 5 times, and it was so unbelievably dry and crusty. I remember Caddy like wanted us to go to a bathroom afterwards to wash our hands because he didn't want anything to be, any weird residue on it. Also, the guy was being extremely racist towards Japanese people. He was like, why do they get all of this? What did they do to earn this, little Tokyo spot? And Caddy is fucking Japanese, so it's just so, I don't know, it was great. And I don't know why, but I really just wanted him to leave us alone, so all I had was $5. I gave it to him so he would let us go. Uh, when are you gonna release the Kikuo Corpse Dance cover? Hopefully sometime this year. I need to get back onto that. I kind of put it on the side for now. Yeah, it honestly is really sad. I still feel bad for all of these people. It's like they were probably just normal people at one point and their lives are just destroyed. You know, if your family is like brought up doing drugs and stuff, you could just get caught up in that when you're young and just fuck up your life. I remember I saw a guy inhaling some weird gas at the airport once. I don't know if it was dangerous or not. It just caught me really off guard. I've never seen someone inhaling gas canisters at the airport before. It actually distracted me so much I almost missed my flight. I still could not believe that Super Bowl commercial Kanye put out where he's just high on gas and he's just plugging his website full of swastika shirts on national television. I cannot believe that that's real world events. Also, you know, the amount of money you need to get a Super Bowl commercial, and then you're just like, check out my website, yay.com, and that's it. I can't understand. Yeah, I'm pretty sure his surgeon was the one supplying him with that. There's some DMs leaked where someone's like, "This is extremely dangerous. It will kill your brain cells. You should not do this." And then Kanye's just like, "Nah, man, bring me the gas. I need it." When is the Meat Canyon collab? I actually worked on a Meat Canyon video like years and years ago. It's on his second channel. It's called The Pilgrim. It's this weird ass video of a ballsack man learning how to milk a cow, and then he just kills the farmer and walks off. I still don't really know what he was thinking with that one, but yeah, I animated some parts of that. I feel kind of guilty though, because at the time I was still growing as an artist, and I just think I wasn't super comfortable in Flash yet, so I don't know. I did notice he redid a lot of stuff, but I have no hard feelings. I think I just could have done a better job. He's a super nice guy. He offered me that right after I got into a car accident, just out of the kindness of his heart. And he's like a super hard worker, so yeah, I've got a lot of respect for him. Can't find the Pilgrim video? I'm pretty sure it's just called The Pilgrim. It's on his second channel. I think it's called Papa Meat. Thank you, Dustin Roberts, for $5. Been wondering when you gonna cut to the chase and drop the artist bit so I can join your cult already. I'm kind of confused on what you mean by that. Join my cult. Oh my God. You know, I only learned about why that phrase "drink the Kool-Aid" Kool-Aid is a thing. That Jamestown massacre. The images of that are so unbelievably disturbing. Just seeing like piles of humans in a plain grass field is, for whatever reason, it just feels so disturbing to look at. I mean, not for whatever reason, I it's pretty damn clear. It's just horrifying. The idea of, you and all your loved ones dying at the same time and being forced to, otherwise you'd be shot. That's just awful. There's like so many little tiny white spots on this. I'm just gonna have to do a second pass at some point where I fix all the tiny errors. There's audio of that happening, really? I didn't even know there was audio, honestly. I only saw the images. That sounds fucking disgusting. Just hearing a bunch of bodies falling. Oh my God, one after the other. What made you decide on doing back-to-back streams? Honestly, I'm just doing kind of tedious work. I just feel like why not throw it on since it's a little bit mindless. It does kind of suck because I would love for my art streams to be more interesting with me drawing, on the fly or whatever. I've just always found that trying to draw right out of my head while talking is just really hard for me. I feel like actually keying animation or something while talking would just be really difficult for me. But yeah, just coloring or lining stuff is definitely more of a mindless activity. I can kind of talk and read messages at the same time. How was your day? It's I don't know. I had food poisoning or something in the morning that kind of destroyed my body for a while, but besides that, it's been all right. And can we have one little tickle fight? Uh, you know what? Just for you. Yeah, Jung-gi is amazing at that sort of thing. I'm also just more of a reference artist. Like I need to reference a lot of poses and stuff. And just over the years I've slowly gained an internal memory like in my head of poses and how limbs move and stuff. But still for a lot of poses I need some sort of reference, otherwise, it's not going to turn out as good. Heartwarming animator tickles his fans the old-fashioned way. Are you religious, Magibauble? Wow, we're asking the real hard-hitting questions. No, not I'm not religious. I would love to color the hair too. And in fact, I was just trying, but Yeah, this is just too slow. I don't think this is manageable. I think I will just have to do it off stream. It is weird though. When I started the stream, it was working pretty all right. It was still slow, but you know, it at least worked. It wasn't 2 frames per second when I touched the pen to the canvas. All right. Yeah, my hand has been off the page for 10 seconds and it was still going. I think I'm gonna give up on that. Maybe I could do the body if I set my brush size lower though. All right, yeah, that's not too bad. I guess I'll just do that. Yeah, it's not vectored. Uh, I wish I could give my PC stats. I don't really know off the top of my head. I'm pretty sure it's decent enough for what I'm doing though. I goon to your vids, dude. More power to you. I love to hear that. What is the first Flash animation you ever saw? Uh, that is so hard. I honestly don't think I'm gonna remember. I just feel like it's kind of a blur at this point. I can't really remember when I saw what at what point because I've rewatched a lot of stuff too. Why don't I wand tool that part so it doesn't spill? You know, you're right. I really should do that. I'm just kind of, I don't know, my brain isn't always functioning at maximum capacity, so I'm not always doing what's optimal. If this looks super messy, it'll definitely end up a lot more cleaned up when I'm finally done. I'm just gonna have to go through everything and clean it up a bit one by one. How often do you draw on paper? Not very often at all. And it really hasn't changed. Like I've almost never really drawn much on paper. When I started drawing, I started digital because I just thought that, you know, if that's what I want to do, I should just start there. I actually started drawing with a mouse, uh, making a Vine Sauce fan animation. That was my first ever animation. And I think I have like 2 screenshots of it. When did I start drawing? Hmm. Actually, I started drawing when I made that fan animation. I pretty much started wanting to be an animator. I always say like I was an animator before I was an artist. Like, yeah, I just jumped straight into animation, trying to make things move in Flash. So those are pretty much my first ever drawings. I could even probably pull them up. Let me see if I can get those really quick. Here are my first drawings, like, ever. I'm gonna have to send them one by one. That's pretty much all I have of it, though. It is weird. It's like I wasn't really inspired by cartoons on television. I was more inspired by just fan animations on YouTube. That's kind of how I wanted to start. I wanted to impress people I watched. Oh shit, you're right. I did send the I did send the same link 3 times. God damn it. What the hell? I just sent the same fucking Luigi face 3 times. Oh, that's so stupid. Let me see if I can get the other ones. There, and then there. Um, yeah, it was gonna be a Terminal 7 animation. Oh, you know what? I I I mean, I guess that's the thing. Flipnote Hatena, like that was kind of when I started, but I was like 8 years old, so I don't know if that counts. But yeah, even in that, I would make weird little animations. It was horrible, all of it, but you know, I guess that is my start. It's so weird to think about. There were so many times where I kind of started drawing in different ways, and then yeah, like doing pixel art and stuff for a while. It took me so long to actually decide, like, yeah, I want to be an animator. Yeah, shout out to Oshawati. I you know, the guy in those screenshots, Oshawati, uh, I traveled to Japan last year, and just by complete coincidence, my friend from Gary's mod from like years ago happened to be there at the same time, so we just met up and hung out. I've been animating for I think 5 years, six, maybe six. Actually, no, I think it might even be 7 now. It's really hard to know for sure. I started in 2017. Yeah, that's 8 years. I can't do math at all. God damn, I'm getting old. For whatever reason, the this brush seems to not be lagging as much anymore, so I'm just gonna take advantage of it while it lasts. Would you say an advice you think is kinda needs to be here in life? I I sorry, I just had to reread that in my head like 5 times. I think just, it's kind of basic advice, but just not trying not to stress about things you can't control. Just worrying about what you actually can control in life. That helps a lot. I want to become an animator, but I don't know where to start. Maybe start by just animating some audio you like. I think starting by animating existing audio is really a great way to start. And just, lower your expectations right to the ground. You're just starting. It's gonna be hard. Just, try and have fun with it. See if you actually like doing it too. What advice can you give to someone who can't stop shitting his pants? Hmm. I would say just, Why do you have to stop? Yeah, if you're blessed with that issue, why not just embrace it? You know, maybe you could turn it into something lucrative, make it your personality. I just watched a documentary on Pamper Chew. I don't think any video has made me feel like throwing up that much in a while. I think I've been using the wrong brush size. This is coming out a little too thin, maybe. But honestly, maybe it doesn't matter that much. It's already so unbelievably textured, and maybe it doesn't really matter. Why did I make Krillin dress up as a condom? Um, well, I knew I wanted to make a Dragon Ball cartoon for Halloween, and I'm really trying to I think I really wanted his costume to be something just bizarre. Like, why would he ever dress up as that ever? You know, what it was I was trying to come up with what is a costume that can be mistaken for something else. So I just thought, well, what if he says he's a ghost, but he just looks like a condom? Like, that's pretty much it. It wasn't anything to do with him as a character. It was just, I thought it would be funny to have a guy saying he's a ghost, but he's clearly yeah, a condom. Yeah. Um, how do you save the world from hunger? I don't know. Farming. You could plant stuff in the ground and, you know, it'll grow again. That could help, maybe. Wow, that doesn't look too bad. I think I still want to go through and just kind of re-render all this hair and define it a bit better. Oh, all right. All right, I'm seeing this message from Stasis Place in Chinese. I have to translate it. What are they trying to tell us? Uh, don't you think life is precious? For sure, dude. Uh, Low key, if I was a caveman, I would just be squashing ants. I think at our core, sitting around all day and squashing ants is a primal urge. Brown Boyle, you just know exactly what to say at exactly the right time. I remember I used to squash ants as a kid. In fact, I would put them in my toilet and watch them try to survive. And if they were able to climb out of the toilet bowl, I would let them live. It was like they earned my respect. People are gonna bring this up once I'm caught as a serial killer one day. I would do it with spiders too. Anytime I caught a spider or an ant in the bathroom, I would just put them in the toilet and then watch them climb out. And sometimes I would give them like a little a tissue or something as a raft just to help them out if they were really struggling. I would just kind of tap on on the flush just a tiny tiny bit just to like it was like an event. It was like a timed event. They needed to avoid the water flowing down. Have you ever heard of Rat Utopia? No, I have not. I have a really weird memory that I'm not even sure if it actually happened or if I made this up as a kid, but I remember coming home from school one day and it was broad daylight and a massive dog-sized rat ran out of the bushes of my house and then it just disappeared. I would like to believe that actually happened, but I don't know. I've never seen any rats anywhere near my house before, so a prairie dog? Let me look up what does a prairie dog look like? Oh, you know what? Maybe. But I've never seen one of those anywhere like near where I live. That's very possible though, because it was gray from what I remember. But I specifically remember a rat tail. But what you're saying is probably much more likely. I don't think we get rats here at all. It's probably just too hot. This was this must have been almost 15 years ago. I was really young. I was coming back from elementary school. No, I've never ever heard of skunks in this area. A herd of rats chewing on a coyote? That's fucking scary. Actually, yeah, that's not true. There are definitely rats. I don't see them where I live because I live on like a huge hill, and no animals really climb up here besides coyotes. Really? There's a ton of skunks here? I don't know. I just don't see them. I've never seen a skunk my entire life. All I see are rabbits and coyotes and the occasional lizard. All right, good night, Saint Timothy. I do see a lot of roadkill cats, and that always makes me so fucking sad. You know what? I've been doing this wrong the whole time. I'm supposed to be on a different layer because it makes it so hard to erase the edges. This is the middle stage of production, I would say. I still have some background work I need to do, and I need to make a few more animations after this. But they just won't be as, as many frames at all. It'll probably be like 1 or 2 frames. My mom drove into a deer and the deer was somehow miraculously fine, but it screwed up her car. That's pretty lucky. I really don't see too many deer either. If I do, it's like a huge, I don't know, it's almost exciting. Alright, I'm honestly feeling pretty drained. I think I'm gonna end things here. I probably won't stream for a while, maybe not till next month. But yeah, I hope to be almost done with this by then. Uh they do be jumping in front of cars, they're everywhere. I don't see them anywhere. I don't know. I've seen like one deer where I live my entire time here. Alright. Bye bye everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you, Strat. Alright. I'll see everyone around.